Previously on The Truth About Trying to Conceive.
Dean and I have been trying to have a baby. This is my take on letrozole round 2. Can't believe I'm ovulating. I'm pretty sure that is a big fat negative. It also has been a year of us trying to conceive. That's a negative. My heart just hurts. My heart is just breaking. The other day I went and had my first acupuncture appointment. I decided that I'm not going to go through with the laparoscopy. So today, this morning, Dean and I went along to the appointment with the naturopath, where I'm working towards a new goal of getting my cycle set up right, and that's going to make me and my body better overall. I got a false positive pregnancy test. If you never have to go through this, just know it's not easy. It's not a walk in the park. I've just come home from my second visit with the naturopath. She did say that everything came back in range. It does have a Vitex, a hormone support for healthy cycles. So this is meant to lengthen my cycle if it's short, which it is. If a doctor says you need to take these tablets or you need to do IVF, it does not mean that you have to do it. You do everything at your own pace when you are ready, in your own time. And if you don't want to do it, you can say no. Hey guys, just a little update. It's a few days later and I just wanted to let you know that I got my period. So I got it on, today is Saturday and I got it yesterday. If you've been through this process, you'll know what I mean, but there's always that thing in the back of your mind and you're like, oh my god, it could be implantation bleeding, and of course you just go nuts on it. And I actually watched some really informative videos last night. This is her channel and I actually watched a few videos that she did. So there was one, implantation bleeding versus period, 5 ways to know. And then there was another one, implantation bleeding, your most asked questions. And she also really recommended charting. So I know a few of you have mentioned about basal body temperature charting. So it's basically where you take your temperature at the same time every morning, every day, before you, like just after you wake up. So you like barely move, you can't get up, go to the toilet, you have to take your temperature first. I think I read or I saw in a video that you have to be asleep for 4 hours before you do it. But my sleep pattern has been horrendous. Like I feel like I'm just awake from like 3 a.m. So I have done it for the last 2 days. However, she does say that you need a thermometer that has 2 digits after the decimal. So I don't have one of those at the minute. I need to pick one up, but I've just been doing it just to see. It was the same temperature both days. When you start tracking and charting your body temperature, it can show you where you've ovulated, and then it can actually show you if you have had implantation as well, because it does, it actually has like a little drop where you have implantation in the charts. Not for everyone, but it is a very common thing. I think that would be really good to do. So I guess you're more in tune with your body and you know what's going on, and just, yeah. But I think it usually takes a few months to get used to. Just wanted to let you know that I got my period. Like, I mean, it's good because let me just count how long that cycle was. That cycle was 30 days. Of course, I did have 2 days worth of bleeding in between. It's good that I'm starting another cycle, and hopefully that I'm on these herbs that it can try and mend my body. I feel like it's gonna take a few months though. Hopefully it does actually work for me. I'm sick of things not working for me. Like, it's so frustrating. Yeah, anyway, that's it for today. Hey guys, just back with another update. It is the 11th of April and I'm cycle day 7. So my period is just finishing up and I just had an appointment with my acupuncturist, and like, I don't know, I've been feeling like a little bit funny over the past week. And not really even funny, it's just like I haven't really been caring about it. And essentially when you do have your period, you're not really thinking about making a baby kind of thing because it's the furthest thing from your mind. Like, I've been fine. The only thing that's been worrying me is like my levels of irritability. There's all these like little things that happen, like the lack of sleep and things like that. And my acupuncturist was just explaining to me that it's a blood deficiency. And I'm pretty sure she told me earlier on when I was seeing her, when I mentioned about how before I go to bed, there are times where I just get really like, I can't explain it, like I get irritable and really hot and like itchy and like I can't sit still kind of thing. And she said that that's a blood deficiency and I need to go to bed. And it's now kind of all like intertwining and it's making a lot more sense. I don't know, like I want to do more research into it to find out exactly like what happens, but it makes sense to me. And she was saying today, which is something that I've said before, especially that the various people have told me, like my body when I was a teenager, like I was having irregular periods and like my acne and everything, and it didn't get the chance to sort itself out before I went on the pill. And it just makes me think like I could have sorted this out a long time ago. Could have not even had any of the problems that I have now. But it's all very interesting how it intertwines, and it just makes me, I don't want to get emotional, but it makes me so happy I have gone with my gut and I didn't just let him slice and dice me. Like, it makes me so incredibly happy that I did trust my gut and I've gone down this path of, because I knew something was wrong. Like I knew my cycle wasn't right. And there wasn't anything that he could really do to fix that. And it's really hard for me to sit here with so many of you saying and recommending the laparoscopy. It is so hard because I know it has helped so many people. And I'm not saying that it's not going to work for you. It's just, if anything comes from this, trust your gut because it knows, like, it just somehow knows. So I am still on the journey of, I guess, trying to fix myself. Like, I mean, there's things that she's suggested from my last visit that I've put into place, and I'm not perfect at it. I've joined the gym and, you know, getting that bit of exercise and eating the better foods, and I really, really, really need to cut sugar out. Yeah, it's hard to know, like, you know, with a special diet like keto, for example, like I could research that and find out what I could and can't eat. And I feel like I need to do that with this, but I don't, like, I'm at the stage where I'm like, I don't know anything about it. I don't know what I can eat, what I can't eat. Like, I know a little bit. Like, she's recommended stews and broths and soups and foods like that to me. But I did make a meal plan as well and haven't stuck to it 100%. But, you know, it's these small things. I'm still having my teas that she recommended. It's these small things that like make a little bit of a difference, I guess. And she said to me today, like, you've come a really far way from the first time I saw you. Like, you were falling apart. And, you know, we are making progress. Because it was funny, like, when I was driving there, I'm like, I don't even need to go see her. Like, I'm fine. I'm just, like, pissed off. Like, I'm annoyed at everything, you know, like, for no reason. But, you know, like, I am glad that I went, and I'm seeing her again next week. But she said that this should be an interesting cycle considering I'm taking the P-lifts. You know, like, I just want to encourage you guys that sometimes the specialists don't know everything that's going on with your body. They can't fix everything, and I was right. I didn't fit into that box. I did not fit into that box that he was trying to put me into. And who's to know that if he did something else, like he gave me a trigger shot to make me ovulate early, if it would have worked. Who knows if the laparoscopy could have worked. But I think starting for me, like at the base, like trying to fix myself and my blood deficiency and all these other things in my cycle, I think that that is going to do so much good that a laparoscopy couldn't have done. Hey guys, I'll insert the date here obviously, but it's like just after Easter in April, and yesterday I put up a video saying that I just need a break. Like, this is just getting too real for me, and it's like, it's a lot of pressure to be under, seeing all of the comments and the advice and everything. And I don't know if you could tell, I think it was in my last entry or maybe it was the one before, but like, I just felt like I just can't even be bothered. Like, I literally I want to take a step back from all this. Like, I just want to forget about it. And it's not like, I don't know, you go through different stages of this journey, and I just felt like I just needed to take a step back and let my body do its thing. You know, being on this journey that I am now with taking the herbs from the naturopath, like, there's really not that much more that I can do apart from wait. So I've been taking these, I think it's called P-Lift or whatever, and it is, I think it's cycle day 20 today. I have been bleeding and spotting up until probably yesterday, a little tiny bit today, and it's just like my period kind of like stopped, and then it came back with just spotting, and it was just like, it was just really frustrating, and I've just like kind of had enough. Like, I know I need to just give it a chance and let my body like adapt to these herbs that it's getting and the acupuncture treatments. And I don't know, I got to a stage where I'm just like, oh, this is not even doing anything. Like, I'm still bleeding. Like, it's just so frustrating. And I know so many of you can relate to the fact that you're doing these things. And I've been literally so bad with my diet, and everything. Like, I've been up and down kind of thing, but like over the weekend we went away, and then I had a night out drinking, and then the next day just had KFC, like, you know, and then like obviously feeling bleh. I've still been seeing my acupuncturist. I saw her last week, and then it was a 2-week break before that, and I saw her today. This morning I went to the gym, second day back at the gym, and I was just so tired. Like, I didn't sleep that well, but I was really, really, really tired. And I came home and I got into bed because it was cold, and Dean was getting ready to work. And when he left, I'm just like, oh, I'm so tired, I could just fall back asleep. And I fell back asleep, and I had a dream that I missed this acupuncture thing. Like, oh. So I went to my acupuncture appointment, and she's like, how are you feeling? And I'm like, I'm really, really tired. She did say at the end, like, just, you know, the next couple of days you might feel tired, you know, it's mid-cycle. Generally, I do feel tired middle of my cycle, like, especially like around ovulation type thing. And I've tested for the last 2 days, and there's been like nothing, no line, nothing, like absolute nothing. It's in the afternoon now, and I just did a test, and on my advanced digital one, I've got peaking ovulation. And it's so funny that just like getting a positive of this one is just like, well, you know, I did a little cheapy one first, and I'm like, that's a positive. And last night there was nothing there, and now this is like peak ovulation. So funny, it's just like, you always do it to yourself. You always think, oh, what if it happens this month? This month could be the month. Like, you do it, like and I'm just like, just stop. Like, it just brings it all back, and it's just so, like, I've said this before, I'm like such a positive person, and give me an inch, I'll take a mile. Like, you know, like, I can't help but be positive. And the thing that I'm most excited about is the fact that it's happened naturally. Like, I mean, obviously with the aid of the acupuncture and herbs, but like, my body's done something naturally, like, and like, I can't help but feel proud. I know that that's such a weird thing. And it's just funny, like, you need to listen to your body so much, because like, I was feeling so tired, and I was laying on the couch because I got home from my appointment. I'm just like, oh, I'm just so tired. And I was just laying there, and I was like feeling like ovary sensation, and I'm like, huh, that's weird. Yesterday's was like, there was like literally nothing there. There was no line there. And I'm like, no, I'll just wait till I need to go to the toilet. And then, like, you know, you just keep thinking about it, you're like, yeah, I'll make myself go to the toilet. There you go, there's a pause. And this is the advanced digital one that I picked up by accident. So the solid smiley face means peak fertility, whereas there's a flashing smiley face and that just means high fertility. So I just called Dean. I don't think I'm gonna tell him. I just called him and I'm like, oh, where are you? And he's like, oh, I'll be home soon. So yeah. And of course, like, we haven't been trying because I've been spotting like this whole time, and it's freaking day 20 or day 21 or something ridiculous like that. Like my skin clearing up, feeling the ovulation. Actually, I've even had a little bit more CM, and I don't usually get that. I know people say that they can pick up when they ovulate because of their CM, like there tends to be a lot more of it, and mine's just all over the place. I can never rely on that at all. And I did try actually I didn't give it a proper crack, but the BBT, the basal body temperature. But like this week that I started doing it was when I had my period, and I kept waking up like at 3 o'clock and then 5 o'clock, and you have to be asleep for a solid like 4 hours before you take it or something like that. Like, it just makes me happy seeing a positive test. When you've seen so many negatives, it just really makes your day seem positive.